Hi guys, how are you all doing today? My name's Erica, and I'm really excited that you could join me for this little yoga class. We're going to get started straight away. So if you have any cushions you might want to sit on to start off, but if you're more comfortable lying on your back, we're going to take just a couple of moments to connect to our breath. So it might be nice to rest your hands on your knees, but you can also rest your hands on your belly if you like to. Just noticing for a moment that where the parts of your body are in contact with the floor, and seeing if you can maybe press them into the earth a little more and lengthen up through your spine. So we're going to have a little bit of fun today based around our breath and our movement, and taking a little look at ways that we can become our own superhero. So stepping into our power. And what I mean by that is just little ways that we can maybe help to change our energy in our body. So have you ever thought about how, I suppose some days if you are out running and you're running really fast and your breath changes, and then just before you go to sleep at night, just before you fall asleep, how your breath is nice and calm and long and deep. So just taking a look at those little ways that we can actually change our breath ourselves and help to change that energy in our body. So by starting off, I said our hands can rest on our belly, but they can also rest on your knees if that's more comfortable. And then taking a moment just to close your eyes down. So taking a moment to just feel the weight of your body on the floor. Take a moment to notice anything that's going on around you. Hear any sounds you might hear. Smell any smells around you. And then slowly start to draw your awareness. So bring all your attention inside your body. Noticing your lungs breathing, your heart beating. So it might be nice to even rest a hand on your heart. Can you feel the pulse of your heart? Maybe you can feel things swishing around in your belly. Do you know what happens in your body? Every second of every day, all the work that goes on to keep you alive, to keep you feeling energized or making you feel sleepy. How does your heart beat? How does the blood circulate around your body? We keep breathing and not even thinking about it. Our body is so amazing. And then taking your awareness towards your lungs, towards your breath. So where do you breathe mostly? Where do you feel it? Do you feel it in your chest, or do you feel it in your belly, or do you feel it in your ribs? Do you feel it all around your body? So just taking a moment to notice, to be really quiet and really still, and see if you can notice where in your body the breath is mostly for you right now. Maybe you're starting to breathe a little deeper. Can you imagine your lungs like a balloon? So we can even hold the balloon in our hands. And then what you'd get, you'd stretch your balloon a little bit, hold on to the top, then take it towards your mouth and breathe in nice and steady into your balloon. So what happens as the air comes in is that it comes down to the bottom of your balloon and starts to expand and expand all the way up to the top so that your balloon gets nice and full, right? And then once it's full, completely full, it might take a few, blowing it up. Once it gets full, you might tie a knot in the balloon. You might just hold it. You might let the air back out of the balloon. You feel the air, how it comes out from the top down towards the bottom. And sometimes even at the bottom, you need to maybe gently squeeze the bottom of the balloon out so it gets empty completely. So just imagine that with your lungs. So as you breathe in through your nose, the air is coming down into your balloon, so filling from the bottom all the way up. So you might take a few, take it all in, little last sips of air all the way into the top. And then just imagine you're just holding the air in just for a moment. And then exhale, the air starts to come out. So you think it's emptied completely, and there might be still a little bit of air left in the bottom of the lungs. So we're going to squeeze in the belly, squeeze in the ribs, and squeeze out the bottom of the lungs. Inhaling again nice and deeply. So closing your eyes here, just imagine, so see the balloon, fill the balloon with air. What color is your balloon? Seeing the color of the balloon and how the balloon expands with the breath all the way up to the top, holding at the top, and then exhaling all the way down. Draw the navel in. So we're just going to take maybe 1 or 2 more like that. And then after you've emptied your balloon, your lungs the last time, just letting your hands settle on your knees again. Keep your eyes closed and try to be really, really quiet and really, really still in your body for a moment. So almost like you're sitting beside yourself watching. Taking a moment to notice. Noticing if there's any changes in your body physically. Are you still sitting up nice and tall? Is your shoulders relaxing? But also, how does your mind feel? How are your thoughts? Almost like that snow globe that you shake around and get the snow all fizzing around, floating around. And when you let it down and let it settle, how everything, all that snow just comes right down to the bottom, nice and calmly settling, so that you can get a nice clear picture. Maybe you feel like that too. And then taking our hands together here, we're going to make just like a little press our palms together, pressing the fingertips together, pressing the base of the hands together. We're going to interlace our fingers and then take some circles with our wrists. So we're going in one direction around, trying to be a big full circle here. And then we're going to stop in the center and go the other direction. Does it feel trickier to go the other direction? Mine always feels trickier going the other direction. Do you know why that might be? Because our movement and the way our brain works, so this is one side of my brain switched on, and this is the other side. And most of the time during the day, we work from one side of the brain and then the other. So this is really good to help wake up both sides of your brain. And then give your hands a little shake out. Shake, 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 shake. Really fast. Stop for a minute, feeling that little fizzing sensation, tingling in your fingers and your arms. Just shaking up that energy like in the snow globe. And then take your hands onto your shoulders, and we're going to start to move our elbows in together, big circles. So almost like slow motion, we're taking the elbows in and wide and all the way back. Let's do 2 more. Start to come into your breath here, as in Maybe a lion's breath. How do we do a lion's breath? Take the elbows the other way around now. Inhale and exhale, stick out your tongue and let it all go. One more. And then holding on to our elbows, sitting up nice and tall, we're going to twist over towards the right. See how far you can twist over. Inhale, take it back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. One more. So try to keep your bum down, your hips down, and twist a little further. One more. And then this time, release your arms, take them wide. And then imagine you're hugging a big beach ball round and take the hands in together. And then exhale, spread the arms wide like you're swimming. And again, in together. Exhale, take them wide. And again. One more of each. And then we'll release our shoulders. We're going to come over into a tabletop position. So we're going to stack our shoulders over our wrists, knees under hips, and starting to take what are called cats and cows. So what does an angry cat look like? They arch their back, they round through the spine. They draw the tail in, draw the chin in. Yes. And then our cow, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, lift your chin. And again, exhale. Inhale. So even closing your eyes here and start the movement right from the bottom of your spine, right from your tailbone. Imagine you have a tail there, your cat. Just whack your tail. And then draw the tailbone in and round. And then that movement comes all the way up the spine towards the crown of the head. Open your chest. Feeling the power of your breath as you move with your breath. Making that oceanic sound. So you want to sound like the waves of the ocean. Inhaling and exhaling. And then from here, we're going to come into a table. We're still in our tabletop position, but we're going to extend our right leg back towards the back of the mat. And then we're going to take it, lift it up to hip height. And then from here, we're float the left arm forward. So we're long through the body, trying to keep balance. So push into your right hand a little bit more to keep balanced. Keep the gaze down. What happens if you start to wobble? Can you keep your balance? Imagine you're reaching forward and stretching back, being pulled in opposite directions. And then gently release, knee down, hand down. Extend the left leg back, so come to the other side. And then right arm forward, lifting up. Gaze down for a moment, so try to keep your balance by not looking around. And imagine again, you're being pulled in opposite directions. And then we'll gently release, coming back to tabletop. And we're going to come into a downward facing dog. So pressing the hands into the mat, spreading your fingers wide. We're going to curl our toes, sending the hips back and up. Downward facing dog. So walking it out here, one foot and then the other. Taking a moment, maybe taking a nice lion's breath here. Breathing in deeply and then exhale. Stick the tongue out, let it go. And again, inhale deeply. Exhale. And then gently bending your knees. We're going to tiptoe our way towards the top of the mat. Feet can stay under the hips, so you have some space between your feet, and then we're going to bend our knees, reach our arms up towards the ceiling, imagining you're sitting into a chair behind you. Reach up through the chest, drop the hips, take an inhale, exhale,
swing the arms up behind you. Inhale again, drop your hips, reach the arms up. Deep breath in, exhale. And one more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. And then taking our hands behind your back, we're going to interlace the fingers. Try to draw the arms up overhead. Letting shake it out. Release the arms, swaying gently. And then we'll slowly round up all the way, nice and slowly, chin in towards your chest, till you come to standing at the top of your mat. And then from here, we're going to come into tree pose. So we're going to lift our right leg firstly, and keep our left leg nice and strong. So hand on your hips might help to start off. And as you lift your right heel from the floor, we're going to start to lift the thigh, nice and slowly. Keeping your gaze just on the floor in front of you. And then you might reach down and grab a hold of your foot or your ankle and take it inside your thigh. So of course we wobble, we all wobble. Taking your time, if you need to hold on to a wall to get into the pose, and do so. But trying that trick of making yourself be really, really quiet. Making your breath be nice and steady. Keeping your gaze just on the floor in front of you. Maybe reaching the arms up overhead and thinking about a tree as you come into your pose. So how do trees stay nice and strong in the wind? They have roots. They have roots that anchor them into the ground. So imagine your left leg is the tree trunk. And from your foot you have the roots going down to the earth, anchoring you down. Your arms are the branches, so you might sway a little bit, that's fine. And then take one more breath, take your hands together, and we'll come back to standing in Tadasana, mountain pose. So take a moment, try to close your eyes and stand really tall and strong like a mountain. So again, feeling the base of the mountain, your legs, how strong and supportive they are. And then moving into our tree pose on the other side. So we'll keep our right leg strong as we start to lift our left leg and take it inside slowly, slowly. So another trick as you're moving in your poses, try to keep your focus. So you just look at one spot on the floor maybe, or on the wall that's not moving. And don't move your eyes. If you keep your eyes really focused, then you can start to maybe create some balance. So you feel a bit more balanced as you come in to your tree pose. Hands together at heart for a moment maybe, or lift them straight up if you feel steady. But again, a nice trick is to take your time coming in and to make sure that your standing leg is what's really supporting you, what's really strong. Again, the breath has to be nice and deep and even. Thinking about the roots again from your feet, anchoring you into the earth. And then we'll slowly take it back to center. Release, you can give your legs a little shake. And then we're going to step our left leg back, coming into warrior two. So our right foot is forward, the toes facing forward, and the left toes are just turned in a little bit. Okay, so just not facing out, and then hips forward, reach your arms. So you want to think about
being a warrior. What kind of qualities does a warrior have? They're strong. And then keeping your legs as strong as you can here. You're reaching through the arms. So warriors also generally have purpose. They know what they need. They know what their purpose is. So keeping your gaze forward over that right middle finger, straight ahead. And then we're going to take our right hand, flip the palm up towards the ceiling. Let the left hand come down to your leg and reach up with the top arm. So stretching all the way up. This is a peaceful warrior. So not out with my sword, my weapon ready to attack, but still strong. And then take it all the way back. And we're going to straighten out the front leg. Turn your both feet in this time so they're parallel to the edges of the mat. And then hands to come to your hips. So roll the shoulders back, open the chest, and exhale, come forward. Flat back as you come forward. All the way down, hands come to the floor. Staying here for a moment, taking a couple of deeper breaths, and see if you can come all the way down. So our hands might come in line with the shoulders, maybe they stay out in front, it doesn't matter. Just staying here, take a couple of deep breaths. And slowly lifting up halfway, taking your hands onto your hips and come up nice and slowly, strong through the legs. Slowly taking the head up last. So we're going to turn our left foot towards the back of the mat. Same thing, coming into our warrior pose here to start. So our knees bent deeply, arms are strong, straight out from the shoulders. Turning the gaze again, coming straight into that mode, purposeful, strong. And then we can flip the left palm up, taking the right hand down, reaching up. Breathing nice and deeply again, coming into that oceanic breath. And inhale, take it back. One more of these. So again, we'll turn both feet in, hands towards your hips. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, come forward. You can reach your big toes this time if you like, grabbing a hold. And then if you want to bend your knees, you can bend your knees. Trying to make your way to get the head towards the floor. And then inhale, slowly take it up. You're going to heel toe our feet in together until we're about just wider than hip width apart. Bending our knees, sitting down into like a squat pose or like a frog position. So we have the knees pointing out and the toes pointing out. We can use our elbows in here if you like. Gently give it a little push open. Side to side, maybe even take your hands down and lift your hips and back down. And again, so we're planting the hands, lifting our hips, forwards and backwards, nice and gently. One more, and then maybe next time, if we can do it again, plant the hands, lift your hips. See if you can get the knees to come into your armpits. So again, we're going to rock forwards, backwards, knees into the armpits,
Rock forwards, maybe lift a foot, maybe lift the other foot, maybe not. See how it goes. One more. And one more time. So again, knees in towards the armpits, hands as wide as the mat. Come forward, lift one, lift the other, and down we go. Very good. Taking the knees down to the mat, big toes together. Noticing how that feels if you gave your little frog jumps a go, if your energy has started to build in the body again. And then taking the body down, arms straight ahead. Letting that energy settle into your body again. And then from here, we're going to walk our hands back, taking our knees in so they're in line with your hips. And then we're going to curl our toes under. So we have toes curled, knees, a little bit of space between, like 2 of your hands can fit between the knees. And then we're going to take our hands to our back. So thumbs face to the outside, roll the shoulders back, and gently squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then from here, you're going to push your hips forward, look up towards the ceiling. So you can stay here, taking 1 or 2 more deep breaths. Or maybe you can take your hands to your heels. So you have both hands to your heels, lift your chin, look up. Hips pushing forward, so you're trying to make a nice big bridge with your back. And then taking your hands back onto your lower back. Uncurl your toes. And we'll sit back down for a moment. So again, taking hands onto our thighs. Close your eyes. And become really quiet again, just for a moment. So notice if you can feel your heart beating in your chest. Notice if you can feel maybe some warmth and energy in your body. Notice if it feels any different to maybe when you started the class. Again, as you become really, really quiet, watching, listening. And as you start to maybe slow your breath down, you'll notice how the energy, like that snow globe again, everything starts to settle. And we're going to just take our legs around in front when you're ready, so nice and slowly. Sitting up tall, legs out in front. Take a big inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And as you exhale, we're going to imagine that we're trying to reach something past our feet. So reach, reach, reach as far as you can. And then exhale, just let your hands come to the floor. So some people might be able to reach their toes. That's okay. If you can get a hold of them. Otherwise, just letting your hands rest on the floor. So we're going to let our body come down towards our legs. Breathing nice and deeply. So becoming like a caterpillar. Kind of closing in, becoming quiet. And then slowly rounding down, so chin in towards your chest as you come down to line your back. Nice and slowly. We're going to lift our legs. So hands come beside you, lift your legs up towards the ceiling. And then from here, maybe you get to lift your hips up. Lift your hips, hands come to under the hips as we walk our elbows in, and then the legs will be just bent a little bit. Make sure your neck feels okay, so don't look around too much. And then we're going to maybe take our toes back to the floor behind. Maybe see if you can take your knees either side of your ears and see what that feels like. Does it sound a bit more like the ocean? You can hear almost like you were listening to a seashell. Lifting the legs back up when you're ready. And then taking the knees in towards the chest. We'll round the spine down. Slowly, slowly coming all the way down. And then hug the knees in towards your chest. So wrapping your arms around your shins, give yourself a big hug. Massage out the lower back. And then gently letting your knees just fall to one side. Taking your arms to the other side, just letting everything relax. Turning your head to the opposite way as your knees. Breathing nice and deeply. And we'll slowly take them back into our chest. Hug them out for a moment. And then let them fall over to the left. Right shoulder comes down. Turn your head gently to look to the opposite way as your knees. And we'll lift our knees back up to center. We're going to lift our legs up towards the ceiling again. Lift our arms up. And then we're going to start to shake. Start to maybe take some circles into our wrists and our ankles to start off. And then we'll start to shake a bit more. Shake into your feet. Shake into your hands. Shake into your legs and your arms. Shake it all up. Shake, 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 shake. Shake up that snow globe. And then stop. Feel that energy, feel that tingling in your arms and your legs. And we'll slowly bring it down, bring the legs and the arms towards the floor. Taking the arms by your side, taking your legs long. Take up as much space as you'd like to. So imagine making a snow angel. Take up as much space as you like. And then closing your eyes for a moment, feeling how that energy is starting to settle back into your body. Feeling like the snow globe, everything's starting to settle. Allowing yourself to become really still, really quiet. Like imagining you've become invisible. You're pretending not to be here. So as you become really still in your body, all you can hear is the sound of the ocean, the sound of your breath.
just that sound, the ebb and flow, like the waves, gently rolling in. Feeling your whole body completely soften. Imagine you are lying on a squishy cloud, floating along, feeling so light and happy. No worries at all. Hearing the waves of your breath. And with each wave of breath, feeling your body get lighter and lighter. Noticing how calm and relaxed your energy has become. And then whenever you're ready to start to come out, you're going to start to wriggle your fingers, maybe wriggle your toes, taking some circles maybe with your wrists, your ankles, taking your head gently side to side. And then take a stretch, whatever way feels good for you. Take a yawn. And then draw the knees gently together in towards your chest. You're going to rock gently side to side. Rocking onto your side and bring yourself up to seated. And then we're going to take our hands together and keep our eyes closed and start to rub our hands together. So we're going to start to rub them and rub them and rub them together as fast and as hard as you can. So keep going, keep going, keep going until you feel that lovely warmth in your hands. Get them warmer and warmer and warmer. And then stop and make little cups over your eyes. So just placing your hands over the face, over your eyes. You're feeling that tingling energy and that warmth coming into your eyes as you blink them open. And then gently take your hands together. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. See you soon.